let me talk about a couple of movies that you've been in. They're two of my favorites. Whiplash. You were in Whiplash. You played the role of Ryan Connolly, right? It was brought in to mess with Miles Teller, his character, for a while, right?
Yeah, the character was written kind of as a jerk, and when I auditioned for Damien Chazelle, he said, I like what you're doing here. You're just kind of a big, jovial guy, and which would get under his skin all the more. You know, he's not trying to be a rival. He's not trying to take over the position. He just likes playing the drums. Mm-hmm. But in that scene where JK has the cowbell, mm-hmm. I mean, that was legit. And he was just slamming that thing next to our ear, and it would make, the percussion would just make your head, you know, dip off to the side. And afterwards, he would immediately break character. And, guys, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. You know, the voice of the yellow M&M would all of a sudden come out. He was the greatest guy in between the takes, but he was such a jerk, obviously, when he was doing it. And you wanted to just take the drumsticks and stick them where the sun don't shine.
And so he was able to completely break character as soon as they yelled
right
cut?
Afterwards, just jump right back into it. Yeah. And went in and out, and I've got an email that I sent to my brother at the time, mm-hmm. and I said, no joke, this guy's going to win an Oscar for this.
And he certainly did. Yeah. And so that's fascinating to me. So he was, in fact, doing that live. Are you a drummer? Did you have to learn how to drum for this, or are you a natural drummer?
Yeah, no. So I sit down, I get the role, and I sit down with Jamie, and we're at the drum kit, and he can tell immediately. He goes, you don't play drums, do you? I said, no. I'm naive to this whole, I said, no, I don't. And he said, your agent said you knew how to play drums. I know, I'm still together. I've only had one agent, 16 years now. We've been together since day one.
Sure.
And I said, okay, all right, let's have some fun here. So we called him up and put him on speakerphone, and Damien's talking to him saying, you know, you told me that he knew how to play the drums. He goes, no. I said that he was musically inclined. I said that, which I think is the greatest line an agent has ever said. And Damien said to me right away, he goes, we do need you to play the drums. I can't not have your hands in terms of matching the music to what we're going to shoot. I just have to. You have to be able to play these couple of songs. Mm-hmm. And he said, you need to practice a drum roll. In 1 week, I'll come back, and if you can do that in a week, you can keep the role. And Whiplash was nothing at the time, so I was like, all right, this will be fun more than anything. So
sure.
I had pencils, and I would just, when I was in the car, when I was doing anything, you know, folding laundry, probably not folding laundry, that takes hands, but
I get the point.
I was practicing everywhere, and so I did it for him. He goes, okay, now we can teach you. And I did learn how to play those 3 songs.
No kidding.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if
I can still play double time swing.
That's
if you ask me that.
Is that right? We don't have the kit here. If we only had the kit.
What you don't know is
but we do have. Do we have the symbol here?
As you guys,
we have a symbol here that when JK's been on the program multiple times.
Yeah, right.
He's a big Ohio State fan. By the way, I wish he would be able to snap out of that in the same way that he snapped out of his other character, because I'm a Michigan Wolverine.
It should be easier these days.
I know.
Ohio State.
Well, listen, I
trouble
will
in River City.
I will slag on them at any point in time, as he well knows. But we had him sign the symbol. Here comes TJ with it right over here. You could read it out. You can just hand it to our guest if you wish. There it is, a symbol. We had him sign it.
Oh, it's not quite my tempo.
That's
sure
right.
isn't.
That's what he said.
Wasn't mine either.
Right, and so, but he did say that at one point in your scene, and it really is. I'm just wondering if you'd have been able to learn playing the drums if you had somebody like him teaching you, like throwing things at you. That would not have been very helpful. You know,
I've always responded pretty well. I had some coaches like that along the way. And
in baseball, you're talking about, or in sports?
And I'm somebody who responds pretty well to, let's say, over demanding coaching.
Interesting.
So I probably would have done all right. Eventually, I probably would have socked the guy in the face. But.
Okay. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku Channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.